hyper competitive scene is just like mono cheaters and scum, which makes it really, really not enjoyable. This scene's okay. It's got a force. It's got a Stormchaser Mage. I think I'm actually just gonna go Volk Go here. I'm gonna go Volk Go here. Save the Ponder for when I can get a Prowess trigger. Holding the Ponder also lets me pitch it to counter. I don't care about that. All right. This makes their City of Traders a little bit worse, which is good for us. What we got? Sure. I don't really care about Blood Moon, right? Like, I have an island in play. Snaring Bridge I care about. I'm just gonna pitch this Cryptic Serpent, right? Just like pretty far off of casting that one. That's interesting. So this is 1, 2, 3. Do I need another Force of Will for next turn? I probably don't. I haven't played a land yet this turn, so I'm going to put these back and then draw the Brainstorm. I'm going to cast this Brainstorm. I'm going to put back this plus this. I'm going to Lightning Bolt them. And then next turn, this Bedlam Reveler costs 3. Price of Progress, not looking spectacular. What's going on, Anoronics? Goblin Rabblemaster, sure. This only attacks for 4 next turn, so yeah, this seems fine for us. Flooded Strand can fetch an island, Tarn can fetch a mountain, will force whatever they play. Then we have a lot of draws that are lethal next turn. The Stompy deck my opponent's playing actually has had a lot of success lately. Just like considering Bridge, Blood Moon, Chalice of the Void are like all powerful game-ending cards. Give me a cantrip. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Getcha. Well, that went like exactly as advertised. That was pretty great. These Price of Progress are awful. Smash to Smithereens sounds great. Am I in the market for Vapor Snag? Probably in the market for Spell Pierce, right? It's probably something I'm okay with. Are these Vapor Snags good enough? I don't think so. Cryptic Serpent's probably kind of slow and bad. Flusterstorm's probably not good enough. They do have magic cards. You're not wrong. Is it True-Name matchup? This might be an okay True-Name matchup. I don't mind Vapor Snag because like they kind of blow their load putting their stuff into play, and then you just like tell them to pick it up. Like if they like Spirit Guide out a Goblin Rebel Master. Flusterstorm's not very good because most of their cards are like artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers. Like really don't have many instants and sorceries. I was gonna submit like this. I don't think I want these other cards on my board. I mean, prowess, blue-red burn, whatever you want to call it. This is certainly a burn deck, though. Just no doubt about it. I mean, this hand's really good until we get Chalice on one. It's even okay against Trinisphere. It's not good, but like we just need a third land to cast spells if they Trinisphere us. It's medium against Blood Moon, but you know, who knows how many Blood Moons they actually kept in against us. Like, we have basic islands, and we're a base red deck, too. Have to go fetch basic island Delver on one here, hopefully. Please don't chalice me. Please don't chalice me. We're gonna get... Ooh, we didn't get chaliced, and we drew a Daze. Well, things are looking up. I think because we drew Daze, I'm not gonna probe. If I hold on to these probes, I could trigger Stormchaser Mage with them next turn, potentially. If they had Chalice, they would have played it. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I think I just let that happen. They go Soul Land 3-drop, I'll be in trouble. Wow, they have nothing. That's really good for us. That is, huh. I just shatter their Chrome Mox, right? There's no way it's not just shatter your Chrome Mox. Hey, Shell 8 with that brand new $4.99 a month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. Subscriptions, as always, are the best way you can support what I do here. Alright, sure. They are auto-passing. What you got over there? Spirit Guide, Chandra, Mana Confluence, Fiery Confluence. Alright. Looking for a land. Ding. Now we get to close the game. Chalice would have been very good against us. You're not wrong. Not all your hands can beat Chalice. Just how it goes. Alright, they're at 13. This is +2 damage here, probably more. So I'm gonna take this, cast it. I know there's 2 cards I don't want on the top of my deck, so I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle before I cast this Ponder. Is it too aggressive to daze my own spell here? Probably. So I don't want to get Fiery Confluenced, ideally. Is Lightning Bolt lethal? Lightning Bolt is 3, 7, 11. Yeah, Lightning Bolt's lethal. This deck is sweet. Matthew, are you still there? Did you watch that? I think this deck is sweet. All right, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you everyone for getting out here tonight. We're into our second match with Blue Red Delver. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream Magic on this channel 4 or 5 days a week. I do this full time. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You know, support my content by supporting my sponsors. mtgotraders.com will love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. Use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them. You'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, bags, and all sorts of stuff there. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix and you. Anaronix would like to remind you that if you are enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything at all, and it helps other people find my stuff. At any rate, we're waiting for our second match here with the Blue-Red Delver deck. I'm getting kind of old and tired, so I'm going to go ahead and sit down, enjoy the ride down, chat. Oh. Matt hates everything. Look, ad breaks are necessary, but they don't have to be long. This isn't a Star City Games Open. We don't need to have advertisements running for the entirety of the stream. This hand is so close. Why aren't you a Volcanic Island? Why aren't you a Volcanic Island? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! My 16 land deck is mulliganing, chat. My 16 land deck is mulliganing. Oh, that's vomit inducing. Yeah, I mean, Magic happens. Every deck in Magic mulligans a lot, especially decks in Legacy. There's a bunch of decks in Legacy that all they do is sit there and mulligan because they're just like greed-powered machines. Playing against Grixis Delver, it looks like. Do I just concede to save face value? I'm just going to concede. Let's move on to the next one. Just not winning against that hand with this few cards. Board on this Blood Moon, this True-Name. I really cut these forces, bring in these Pyroblasts. Daze is maybe a little bit medium, put an extra Vapor Snag in. What's going on, Space Ace? Let's give that a go. Or the opponent's playing Grixis Delver. How does Stormchaser feel? It's a little expensive and clunky. I think 2 is probably fine. You just like want an additional haste threat. I've seen some of these decks playing 4 of them though, and that seems like a little bit much. Like 2 mana is a lot of mana for a threat in these aggressive decks in Legacy. 2 mana is a lot of manas. I'm not going to probe here, because if we hit the land naturally, we can use these probes to add prowess triggers to our Stormchaser Mage, which seems valuable. Yep. Ding. I get a basic island here not only because of Wasteland, but also because of our price of progress. I agree. Drawing the land was good. Annoying, but not the end of the world. Brainstorm, Deathrite, True-Name stuff. I'm gonna get my prowess triggers in now while the getting is good. Drawing another land is great. No, I don't think so. Like, I have 2 Gitaxian Probes to dig for it on my turn if I miss, so I think I'd rather just, like, save my Brainstorm to use it at a more valuable point. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick True-Name here. I'd rather play Miracles. I don't think Storm is a very good deck. I'm not a fan of Storm as a deck in Legacy. If they don't Wasteland me, I'm going to Pyroblast their Brainstorm. Can I elaborate on why I don't like Storm? Yeah, sure. I don't know. Every time I play, I guess I don't have a good. Every time I play with or against Storm, it feels super, super anemic to me. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything generically powerful, especially compared to a lot of the other decks in the format. I feel like there are a lot of decks in the format that, like, aren't making an effort to beat Storm, but just, like, beat it by happenstance through the cards that they want to be playing to play the format anyways. Just, like, the quality of disruption in cards like Deathrite Shaman and, like, everyone's playing Flusterstorms and, like, all these other things that just, like, really adds up and makes the deck kind of weak. Let's see if they found a bolt here. Looks like they did. Hopefully it's not a forked bolt. Sweet. I just feel like it's not consistent enough. Like, it's tough for it to play through the disruption. I feel like if you want to play a combo deck and be mostly competitive in Legacy, you want to play like a 1-2 card combo deck, like the Omnishow deck that we were playing, or like Reanimator or something like that. I'm going to Brainstorm in response here, not only trigger the Stormchaser Mage, but also hopefully to help force a flip on this Delver. Yeah. Yeah, like 4-color control, and I just have another piece of removal here. Probably pretty dead to that. Did you miss Ponders from the similar list earlier? I don't know, Brain. It's hard. It's like a really hard metric for me to measure. Yeah, it seemed fine. You just, like, you get to play basically just more copies of your good cards. Like, you get to play more copies of, like, True Names and, like, these other cards. Like, a lot of the Stoneblade lists traditionally have, like, 2 or 3 copies of, just because, like, you don't have filler in your deck, basically. That, like, Ponder. Because that's what Ponder is, basically, right? It's filler. You have to... The deck plays more lands than a lot of those decks do to make up for the fact that it doesn't have Ponder, but, like, it's supplementing that by, like, playing Wasteland as its additional lands. What's going on, Zintoth? They have another threat here. They have, like, action of any kind. We're to be in a lot of trouble here. We kind of need them to have mostly bricks in order to run this out. There's another Deathrite. Alright, well, hopefully we just rip Price of Progress like a professional and kill them. All 4 of us wouldn't really show up well in emote size. Dimensions are pretty small. When you build a deck, do you count Wasteland as a land or a spell? It depends on the context of the deck. It depends on, like, do colorless... yes. Yes. Is that lethal? It's almost lethal, right? It's a miracle! So they're going to 4, and then this puts them to 2. And they actually have to draw a live one to kill us, right? Because we're at 8, and they can only do 7 with all these. So if we draw a spell next turn, we get to kill them. What are my thoughts on Turbo Depths? I actually like Turbo Depths as a deck. I think that deck's really sweet. I think as far as combo decks are like that's a good example of a 1-2 card combo deck, right? Just like part A plus part B ends up killing them. And we died. Alright, so we mulliganed out of the first game and then got pretty flooded here, right? Like did we brainstorm away a land at one point in the game? We did shuffle a land and like we only have 16 lands in our deck. Wow, not coming up anytime soon. Tilt. Alright, 1-1. 1 and 1. Not the best, not the worst. That's some kind of hellish miracle. Yeah, price progress would have been sweet there. 10 doesn't have a threat. And Thunderous Wrath in the opener is kind of awkward. Yeah, we're an aggro deck. We can't mulligan a hand with. We can't keep a hand with no threat. And we'll top whatever here because we're fetching it away. Grab a Valkyr since we need double blue for Cryptic Serpent down the line. You start another game. So something people don't know is that matches of Magic technically aren't best of 3. They're first person to win 2 games. So if a game ends in a draw, you just go to play the next game. So we would start a game 4 or a game 3 or whatever in that case. See if they're playing an unfair deck or not here. Nope. That's pretty fair. God, playing Gitaxian Probe on this platform sucks. You have to keep taking screenshots. It's so miserable. Huh. Do I want to draw Thunderous Wrath next turn? So I'm hitting them for 4 right now. And then next turn, I would hit them for 6, 7, 8. That's a pretty good clock, right? And like Stormchaser Mage and whatever come to clean it up. I kind of just want to shuffle here. I guess the Daze is pretty good for the True-Name, though. Yeah, I guess that's true. What if they're playing? Probe and True-Name. They could just be Grixis Delver. And if they want to burn these probes for free, it's going to cost them hit points, right? So that's pretty good for us as well. Opponent correctly identifying that they're dying quickly, so they should brainstorm an end of turn to try and find good cards. We've got 3 instant sorceries in our bin right now. The Thunderous Wrath will be 4. The Ponder will be 5. The Cryptic Serpent will be... How much longer is the stream going to go on for? We are in match 3 of this league, and I intend to finish this league. So, yeah, this match and then 1 to 2 more, depending on how well we were doing. Delver, that's fine. Are in fact playing Grixis Delver. Yes, it is a miracle. I believe in miracles. Be-dee, be-dee-dee, be-dee. I believe in miracles. Be-dee. 5 color Death Shadow. I think you just don't need all 5 colors anymore. Do I want both these Dazes? Probably don't. Probably don't. I'm just gonna shuffle that. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, chat. Real good one. I actually have a 4-color just like Jund deck in the queue that I've been meaning to get around to play. It's like the 4-color deck but with Bloodbraid Elf in it basically. Because like with Bloodbraid Elf you don't need value from Lingering Souls anymore. So you just play like Jund Shadow. It's a Gurmag Angler. Smells fishy. This resolves are pretty dead. And I don't think so. I think you just get to be more aggressive, and like you can't play Denial with Bloodbraid Elf in your deck, right? So yeah, exactly. So if you could play Denial with Bloodbraid Elf, we would, but you can't. The post-Daze Land of Shame, right? Oh, that's what that pause was. The pause was, oh, I'm getting dazed. I have a land in my hand. Really? Oh, they must have hit that off the Brainstorm. Okay. It's like, why didn't they play that out pre whatever? Alright, so they're going to get to... They're going to play True-Name here. So probably lead on Brainstorm next turn. Wasn't he dead? Oh, yeah, probably. I drew a Lightning Bolt. Yeah. Yeah, signs point to yes. We were too busy talking, and I missed it. Force, Spell Pierce. They have a Force. That's pretty good. Yep, you are correct. I had lethal and I missed it. Go Gadget chat. Huh. So I'm playing this Delver. I'm flipping it to Probe. Sounds right. Probably gonna force this. Really? Really? Alright, send that upstairs. Well, you don't have Spell Pierce up. So I assume they're going to force this pitching something. Yeah, probably a Spell Pierce. The old gain 2 Force of Will. Yep, so they have Wasteland plus True-Name. So they need a way to kill this Delver on top of their deck. I guess they get 2 shots, right? Because the Delver's only going to deal 3. Yep. So this True-Name puts me to 3, 11, My probe's going to put me to 9. I guess my probe leaves me dead to a bolt. So is that worthwhile? Probably not. I probably don't want to be dead to bolt, right? Ding. Got him. All right. Pyroblast seems fine. Blood Moon seems fine. True Name of Our Own seems fine. Vapor Snag seems fine. I'm just going to trim some of this counter magic. Force and Daze. That's what we cut last time. Well, maybe because we're on the draw, I'll leave a Force in. Just go down 2 days. That's probably it. Seems good enough. Nothing too fancy. BBE is a really powerful card. The makeup of the Mox field today really kind of showing that like the people that put the time in to do the work are discovering that, are coming to the conclusion that Bloodbraid Elf's a more powerful card as well, which is great. Just like all the people who are crying about Jace just being certain to like ruin Modern in the format, just like not even being close to being the best card that brought back in, like, yeah, memes aside, I'm pretty sure Bloodbraid is better than Jace. At least in terms of, like, context of the Modern format. Like, Modern is very much a format that's about getting on the board and staying on the board and being ahead of the board, and what's it called does that. Bloodbraid Elf does that much better than the alternatives. So we're going to go fetch Basic Island, cast Delver here on one, it looks like. Chose not to shuffle, so they must have a way to interact with this Blood Moon. Let's take a look. Let's make a plan. Make a plan, see? Make a plan, see? I don't understand how is Modern Hearthstone. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. One could argue it's human to be wrong a lot of the time. Yeah, so they have a Cabal therapy to rip this Blood Moon out of our hand, which sucks, but it is what it is. They don't currently have an answer to this Delver of Secrets. Hopefully he can flip his ass on over and deal some damage. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and that. I mean, to be fair, most formats of Magic are about establishing board presence, right? But I mean, like, I don't think it's fair to say that, like, there aren't good answers in Modern, because, like, Modern's a format where we have, like, Path to Exile and Fatal Push and Lightning Bolt. We have a lot of really efficient answers in Modern. Jace just isn't... Jace isn't an efficient card. And, like, Modern, in a lot of ways, is about being efficient with all the resources that you spend. And, Jace isn't good because he doesn't generate 4 mana worth of resources on turn 4 in most games, is what it comes down to. Whereas, like, Bloodbraid Elf generates, like, 6 or 7 mana worth of things on turn 4, which is great, right? Like, Bloodbraid Elf is a card that pushes you up on tempo as opposed to a card that gets you down on tempo. I would love to reveal Price of Progress. Just take my middle fingers and point them to the sky. It's a nice one for them to know about. Just get out of here. Just dome ya. That's unfortunate. They have 2 counter spells here. I'm going to feel a little bit bad. These are still non-basics under Blood Moon, just as a heads up, for those that don't know how Magic works. It doesn't say non-basic lands are basic mountains. This makes non-basic lands non-basic mountains. So, it's learning experience here. That kind of sucks. It probably means they have another counterspell here. Maybe they don't, they're just bad. There's magic online. At any rate, I'm just jamming this. Maybe they're just bad. Maybe they have a Hydroblast to kill this. Do they think this Deathrite Shaman's gonna beat me? I mean, like, why would you Daze my pop? Do you have a way to kill this? Interesting. Alright. Sure. Shortenly. They've got 2 lands in graveyards left here. That's a decent one. It's just 5, 6, 7. I can put them to 5 here, but that's not very good. How aggressive do I want to be, chat? I could Pyroblast nothing and Fireblast this and keep my Monastery Swiftspear alive. I kind of just want to blast this and then Pyroblast a random card. Oh yeah, you're right, Rogue. My sequencing was shit there, but I wasn't punished. 10 out of 10. Should have done that a different way. What a tilt. Ding ding ding. I can't believe they dazed that Price of Progress. I just assumed the price would resolve if they only had 1 counterspell. I really wasn't expecting the Blood Moon to resolve, right? Opponent has Young Pyromancer in their deck, so they could draw Young Pyromancer and then some red spells. Hopefully Taylor here is gonna... Taylor Swiftspear is gonna run him out of this game here in a couple turns. Yep. Alright, sweet. 2 and 1. A couple more matches to close out the night. Thanks everyone for hanging out. If you didn't catch all the stream, we played Jeskai Stoneblade earlier tonight, as well as blue splashing red Omnitel. And both of those are being uploaded and processed to my YouTube channel now. So as soon as we finish these matches up, if you didn't catch those, you can head on over to youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland and check those out. But she feels like she can. Ain't that the truth? It was pretty medium. Yep, we beat Death and Taxes, we lost to Death and Taxes, and then we lost to some blue deck. I think I don't actually remember. They all kind of blur after a while. All right, that's basic Island Delver. Is my Delver dead? Am I fighting over this? Probably not. Awkward. Probably wouldn't have wanted to Miracle it even if I had the option to. I just want to play the Stormchaser Mage this turn. That feels pretty bad. Let's deal with both our threats here. Interesting, they have Deathrite Shaman here. Yeah, okay. My sequencing is bad here. I should have played Swiftspear first, right? So I'm gonna put land, Thunderous Wrath back on top. Do this, do this. So yeah, my sequencing was bad here. Yeah, the Cheerios deck's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't want to bolt the Deathrite Shaman, I don't think. Which might be wrong. I don't know, there could definitely be an argument being made for killing the Deathrite Shaman there. It's really unfortunate. I think I have to fight over this. This is my threat. And I suppose if they fight back here, I can bolt their Deathrite Shaman to save my Swiftspear. So that's nice. I lose the Thunderous Wrath I have set up on top of my deck, but I think that's okay. I walk away with my threat. How many future plans for Overwatch stream? I'm not sure right now. My wife and I actually started playing Borderlands 2 together. So we wanted something that was a little bit more casual than Overwatch. So I'm not sure. And Christy's been pretty slammed with work, so her work schedule is going to be kind of crazy for the next month. So maybe when we get into over the summer, we'll play some more regular games. Do I want to just kill both their creatures here? I just don't have anything left over, but like they're at 17, so like I feel like I'm just supposed to bolt their creatures here. I'm supposed to like kill your thing, attack you for 3. And like we have no cards. So you have like Swiftspear and +1 land to their 4 cards in hand. That feels really bad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 instant sorceries in our graveyard. So Cryptic Serpent is castable, but Bedlam Reveler is not quite. Yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. I think we're coming back from that one. Yeah, I think Matthew was right. This deck doesn't feel that good. Just kind of blows its load too quickly and just doesn't have anything left over. Pretty unenamored with it. I think it's probably better than like traditional burn is in Legacy, because I don't think traditional burn is very good. This has tools to help that deck to help win matches where that deck would just like auto lose basically, but I don't think I'm a fan of how this deck plays out. Maybe it just needs more Bedlam Revelers. Maybe just like 3 or maybe even just 4 Bedlam Revelers to just raw dog it to gas back up is what you need. Just like go all in there. I mean, their draw was absurd, yeah. I'm not really. They just like, that's what Grixis Delver does, right? It just has a bunch of stuff. Yeah, the Stormchasers don't seem great. Cryptic Serpent I could take or leave. Price of Progress seems kind of fucked in this format. I don't know I don't know why this deck's only playing 2 of that. I feel like that's just like one of the best cards I could be playing, so I should be playing more of them. This hand's like kind of medium in some ways, but fine in others. They mulligan to 6. Thunderous Wrath in the opener sucks. Yeah, you agree with that assessment. I think one of those could easily be the second Bedlam Reveler. Okay, put a mulligan to 5. Hopefully they don't wasteland us. I am definitely fetching a Volk here. But they play a 1-drop that we get to Daze, and then we get to beat them down with Delverino and Taylor Swiftspear. Alright, it's not a wasteland. I'd rather even run Goblin Guide. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, some people are even playing like 4 fucking Stormchaser Mages. It's so many Stormchaser Mages. When is Serpent ever better than Reveler? I'm not sure. That's like a fair assessment, I think. It's like, is this card just worse than Bedlam Reveler? Check yes, no. Not a creature. God bless. Alright. So I'm going to hold the Lightning Bolt and just play the Chain Lightning here because there's a chance they could reflect this Chain Lightning later. Honestly, I feel like this could just be a 4 Bedlam Reveler deck. Just be a Bedlam Reveler burn deck. Or maybe 3 is enough with your cantrips, but I feel like 2 is not enough. I feel like all of these games, I just like blow my load and get empty-handed, and I'm just like, I just want more. I don't think I'm gonna work on this deck. I feel like it feels kind of medium overall, but like if I was interested in working on this deck, I think I would start with more Bedlam Revelers. What are your thoughts on Prison Red? I think it's worse than the Mono Red Sneak Attack deck on average. I think I'd rather have combo kills to back up my lock pieces rather than playing anemic cards like Goblin Rabblemaster and these other cards that aren't fantastic. Well, if they continue not drawing Wasteland and having kind of a medium draw, damn it. Damn it. I liked my land opponent. It was the only one I had. It was good to me. Why you have to be so mean to my Volcanic Island? Delverino of their own. Right on time, Ponder. Alright, well, they're down to 10. We're at 19. They can flip their Delver to block our Delver. And, like, maybe... Ooh, that's good for us. Please pass the turn. If we get another hit in with this Delver, we could realistically, like, hit a land, Ponder. Yeah, sweet. Don't stifle me. God bless. Alright, I'm going to cast this Taylor Swiftspear. And then, if we can Ponder into another land, this Price of Progress can probably clean up. Flip to Diabolic Edict. Well, I don't have a second land, so that's good for us. That's great. Looking for bolts and chain lightnings. Huh. I think those are bad. I'm going to shuffle those. Still can't cast Bedlam Reveler just yet. That's what we used to call her back in the day when they printed her. You know, forever ago. Double Edict. Gross. That got me closer to casting Bedlam Reveler, though. Okay, I'm just going to smack you for 3. Yep. We have played Legacy Box on stream. It's thoroughly medium. If you search out the YouTube archives, you should find it. Brainstorm. Play another non-basic so I can kill you with Price of Progress, opponent. Play more non-basic lands, opponent. I can tax you for the progress that you seek. Oh yeah, fetched it too. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good opponent. Come fetch the 2 for me. Just tap it in there. Tap it in there real nice. So they probably still have a Diabolic Edict, but that Taylor Swiftspear draw should be lethal now. Because even if they have Force of Will, they'll be dead. Boop. Boop, boop, boop you right on the nose. Just boop. Boop. Alright. Into the 3rd game. Yeah, I just really don't think I can afford to have Force of Will in my deck in these matchups. This doesn't seem like something that I can do. Just like lose too many cards on it. Just don't have ways to actually really generate card advantage. It seems fine. Gets to kill a Death Ray Shaman, has a Taylor Swiftspear if they don't have one. I think Prosthetic Progress should ever be modern legal, but I hope they're cards that punish people for playing non-basics. And the cards that are not instant wins like Blood Moon. Well, Blood Moon doesn't even really punish Tron, so I agree that Blood Moon sucks. The actual answer is that powerful... I boarded in my Blood Moon, right? Yeah. Powerful land destruction leads to shit tier games of... shit tier TCG games. So, in general, I am very anti-powerful land destruction and very pro... Tron lands just shouldn't be legal. Like that's the problem. The problem isn't we don't have good enough non-basic land hate. The problem is that Tron lands are fucking stupid and shouldn't be legal. That's the actual issue. If we're all being honest with ourselves. Play this one out. I think I'm going to hold this Brainstorm up because if they play a True Name, I want to try and find a Daze for it. If we don't get True Name tier, we might be okay. I don't know. The fact they just paid 2 health is great for us. Like I said, we're basically a burn deck. Wasteland is annoying. This is a True Name. Yeah. Alright. Dig, dig, dig. I mean, kinda. Like, that kind of effect is really slow. An effect like that is never going to be good enough against Tron. Just like never, never, ever. In a million years. And, like, effects that prevent people from playing games of Magic are pretty uninteresting. How the interview go? Good. She's gonna be starting next week, hopefully. Supposed to start on Monday. Alright. Well, this True Name card. Just decks that can't take True Name off the table for 100. That was one of the things that was really nice about the Jeskai Blade list we played earlier tonight. That card had between Council's Judgment, Engineered Explosives, and just like Counterspell and Force and Pyroblast, just like so many ways to interact with True Name on so many different axes. You know what? I'm actually just gonna play this for mana because going to 18 takes a turn off the True-Name Nemesis clock when they start racing us eventually, so I think I'd rather stay at 20. Fish, Spell Pierce. Well, this Vapor Snag is looking real good, huh? Where does my snipping tool keep going? Ponder's decent. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig. I'm just kind of looking for like Bedlam Reveler or something to kind of go wide here, right? It's a shame she doesn't have Trample. They have a Spell Pierce. That makes sense. I was a little bit loose. Probably should have just passed there. Maybe we should start sending these bolts upstairs. Probably. What was that? I used to take the picture of my opponent's hand. It's called the snipping tool. It's built into Windows 10 by default. Start typing snipping tool into your taskbar, into your search menu. It lets you color on things, so like I can take here and go, all right, you played a spell pierce, I can cross that out, and it automatically copies it to your clipboard, which is nice. Very slick tool. Good feature. I'm just gonna send this bolt upstairs in preparation for like drawing a Bedlam Reveler, or like getting our hand empty in response to a potential Cabal therapy. The fact that they've drawn both their fish and I have this Vapor Snag is pretty good for us. They're not playing the other land out, which is smart because the plays are in Price of Progress. On the flip side, they could play their third land, like Gurmag Angler only delving 4 cards, and then be able to like replay the Gurmag Anglers down the line. But like again, like having a bunch of non-basics in play is scary for them in the face of Price of Progress. Right. Kick you to 13. Chain Lightning, huh? Alright. They don't have double red. If they would have played the Volcanic Island, they could have fired this back. Your move. So this puts them to 7. This potentially puts them to 6. You're supposed to hold on this one? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, because like if they play Gurmag Angler now, I can just go like Bolt You, snag the Angler, and then untap, draw Price of Progress and kill them potentially. So they really don't want to play another land. Okay. Big fishing. Yeah, I guess they just need to do something, right? Please attack me. 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 Rats. I'm actually just going to bolt them here, because if I draw Bedlam Reveler, I want to be able to cast it. This can't attack anyways, there's no point in like saving the prowess triggers. Alright. Your move. Yeah, they could just be a slow player too, or be distracted. Lots of Magic Online players are like ridiculously slow. That fetch there looks like it doesn't matter on the surface, but it actually makes Stormchaser Mage lethal much faster. Hopefully something miraculous happens next turn. If they attack with this True-Name, Vapor Snag is lethal. Their hand right now is Gurmag Angler and then 2 cards I don't know. It's feeling like we're going to come up a little short here, chat. It's feeling like we're going to come up a little short. I'm going to take this hit because I would like Vapor Snag to potentially be lethal. Whichever says. What's going on, Bob? Yeah, catch us right at the tail end here. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Bolts and stuff. Bolts and Chain Lightnings. That's a thing. That's a thing. Oh, so I have to block the Gurmag Angler, and the price actually kills us, right? So I need to take the Stormchaser Mage. And their last card is Gurmag Angler, right? Yeah, they force pitching Delver. So Stormchaser Mage is lethal, right? So I'll draw the price and I'll leave Stormchaser Mage on top of my deck. Because they're going to deal... We jump block the Gurmag and then they deal 6 to us and put us to 2. Do you want to draw a brick here? Yeah, but if they had removal, they would have killed us. If they had removal, they would have killed the Swiftspear, and then we'd have died. Yeah, if I cast Price of Progress, we go to a 4th game. Draw last card to Gurmag Angler, so they're dead here. Yep, sweet. Alright, we're 3-1. God, we cashed so many leagues today. It's been great. We had like 3 days of not cashing any leagues, so cashing all of the leagues we played tonight was a fun surprise. Thanks everyone for hanging out. This is going to be my last match of the evening. A little bit quiet and mellow because the kids and the wife are upstairs asleep and her room is just right up here above me. So is this the deck? No, I think I'm gonna play the Jeskai Stoneblade deck. I'm gonna explore the Mono Blue Omniscience deck a little bit more because I like that as a combo deck, and I kind of want to play a combo deck, but I think the Jeskai deck is about my favorite. Thanks for the support. About 24 hobos. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can help me do what I do here. So thank you for sending your Amazon fund money this way this month. I do appreciate it. What is the Null Rod for? Null Rod is a card that is good against Storm. It's permanent based Storm Disruption. It's also very good against Death and Taxes. Yeah, if you like combo decks, Ranting Bob, the mono blue Omniscience deck is fantastic. We played it this morning, and then we made updates and played it again this evening. I like it a lot. Oh, I didn't interview for anything. I interviewed a babysitter for next week, for someone that's going to come to the house 3 or 4 days a week and watch the kids while I stream. Because we have enough subscribers here, y'all are great, that I can afford to kind of treat this like an actual job, which is still weird to say, because this is playing video games on the internet for people, which is awesome. I love doing it, but we're going to take some of that money and turn it back into some more quieter stream times like this. So my schedule is going to change slightly to adjust for when she can be here, but yeah, three afternoons a week, probably like... I think I'm going to try and stream like 3 to 9 3 days a week because she can be here from 3 to 6, and then Christy will be home by 6 to take over the kids. Because I'm home with the kids during the day. That is my primary job. Hey, a Vast Pirate with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Armiti, thank you. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to everyone. Remember, if you're just joining us, you didn't catch, we've been going for almost 6 hours here tonight, and we streamed for a couple hours this morning as well. You can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. All of my streams get archived there. Tons of Legacy, tons of Modern. We mostly play non-rotating formats these days. Do you think BBE, Teamer, J-Stack he played a week or so ago has legs? If so, what changes would you make to it? Hey, GCon 101 with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think Jace is clunky, and I'm not sure if I'd continue main decking it. Actually, if you look in the donation queue, the deck that I think it's at the top of the modern queue, actually. It's second from the top. The Teamer BBE deck that's got 25 total democracy. That is a deck that I actually kind of like. So I think we're gonna try and we're definitely gonna play it again sometime soon. But I think if I was looking to play a Teamer deck, I would start with that shell that's there. I'd love to flip a Force of Will. So this is kind of interesting. Do I want to probe my opponent, or do I just want to hold it with my Force of Will? I think I just want to hold it to pitch to force, honestly. I just want to like run them down with this Delver of Secrets. Like this Chain Lightning's worth 3 points of damage. This Price of Progress is potentially worth 6, 7, 8 points of damage down the line. Yeah, I'm just gonna force the crap out of this one. Let's get out of here. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna fetch a Volk and just send the Chain Lightning upstairs while they can't send it back at my thing. Because remember, Chain Lightning, they can pay 2 red to redirect it. So this is gonna put them to 14, this is gonna put them to 11. This is going to put them to 8, and then they only need 4 lands for this to kill them. They have Liliana here, that kind of sucks. They have a Culligan's Command, maybe? It smells like Culligan's Command. They fetched a basic land too, that's smart. Yeah, this is definitely a K command. Oh, they returned a thing. Sweet. Pass. Since your job now is streaming, are you concerned with net neutrality? I don't live in the US. I don't know. It kind of is what it is. I write to my officials and then do what I can. I also, I'm kind of lucky. I don't have Comcast as an internet service provider. I have a smaller ISP. So from that perspective, I am kind of more covered than a lot of people are. I think I'm just going to start blasting them. I think we're just like in the peel burn spells category of the evening. I would like to have them to have fewer chances to draw forces for these cards. Let's just deal. I'm assuming they're going to fetch a basic swamp here, but like the fetch is going to put them to 6, and then this is going to put them to 2. So like bolts and chain lightnings are lethal still. If they don't have a counterspell for this. I could have like maybe tried to get lethal with that Price of Progress, but again, just like the more time I give them to set up, the more chance they're going to have a force of will to stop that. So I don't currently have a yep, you know, just burn deck things. All right, gotcha. Put a fetch activation on the stack, and then yeah, we could have. Yeah, you're right. I could have saved myself 2 points of damage. Be a professional here. You are gonna be. Yep. You are about to be very excited about what's about to happen. They have basics, but like Blood Moon's still probably fine. Is Smash good? Smash kills their Baleful Strix. Is this narrow? What do we think of Smash, chat? Other than it's a fantastic fighting game, of course. You think it's narrow? I need to kill Baleful Strix. Like, it blocks all of my shit. Yeah, Cryptic Serpent's kind of medium overall. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think I want 2 of them, but like the first one's fine. Do I want this Blood Moon? Do I want this Blood Moon? Yeah, but like spending a burn spell to kill a Strix is like damage that's not going to their face. Like this is 60 cards right now, so like I don't know if I want this Blood Moon. We don't quite have 8. I actually only have 2 Chain Lightnings in my deck. I have like these cute Fireblast and Thunderous Wrath over the other ones. On the play, yeah, that makes sense. I like that. I like that. I buy that for $1. Same seems fine. Pierce and Flusterstorm Raider, you think so? You think they're better than Daze? I could buy that they're better than Daze. I could buy that they're better than Daze, Harlan. Although I definitely am going to want these Dazes on the play. What a fantastic draw. Just a powerful wizard. My hand is so full of red mana, and they don't really pressure our health total, so I'm just going to fetch non-basics here. They usually don't have wastelands in the 4-color control deck. I think Daze falls off hard and fast. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think I'm pretty obligated to Daze this. They're going to have a post-Daze Land of Shame. Post-Daze Land of Shame. Alright. Unless they were baiting the Daze. Just a Fatal Push? Nope, just another one. Alright, survey says. Would love to flip to a Daze. Thank you. I'd like to Chain Lightning this. Just get it out of here. I'm going to hold this Gitaxian Probe because it gets a point of damage with the Stormchaser Mage. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because it stops me from drawing cards with my probe. I'm probably supposed to bolt the Leovold, right? God, it's close. So bolt puts them to 10. Stormchaser Mage plus Delver puts them to 5. Yeah, I think I just have to kill this. I'm pretty obligated to kill this. I think because I have the cantrip in my hand, I'm pretty obligated to kill that card. If I didn't already have the cantrip... Yeah, they're at 5 with Leovold. Yeah, I agree. And, like, Price of Progress isn't anywhere near lethal. What you got? All the Snapcaster Mages. Well, both my threats fly. They don't have any removal, so that's good for us. That's a Price of Progress. Hopefully they don't have another basic land either. That would be great. They're down to 8. Oh, the land in their hand is a basic land, actually. That's kind of annoying. Deathray Shaman's a good draw. They can snap Ponder here. Bolts and Chain Lightnings are lethal here. Cut Pop? No, I think Pop's great. The fact that they have a 3rd basic makes it a little bit worse, but like even just a shock here is fine. Even just shock here is fine. Yeah, 3 basics is a lot of basics. That's a good draw. Bolt. Cryptic Serpent, Ponder. I think I'm just like shuffling and casting this Ponder, right? Fireblast, Bolt, Chain Lightning's lethal. Gitaxian Probe. Is that quite lethal? It's not quite, right? I think I just want to shuffle these, right? Maybe that was greedy. I don't know. Pop plus prowess trigger. Did I just miss lethal? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's late. I didn't count. I didn't count. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are completely correct, chat. You have a 4th basic? You don't? That's good for me. They're probably a good Magic player and going to put me on not having Price of Progress since I could have killed them with it. I think this deck's just like a good burn deck, Ranting Bob. I think if you're interested in playing burn and Legacy, you should just play this deck instead. Alright, they have 1 card. Needs to like... I don't even know if they could have here. This price is probably just lethal. Magic's fun. Alright, that was a pretty quick 4-1. We lost a close set to Grixis Delver. I'm really not a fan of 4-color Leovold. I don't know, it just always feels like bad Grixis Delver whenever I play it. Yeah, I like this deck. I think this deck is better than normal Legacy Burn, yeah. The Stormchaser Mages were like hit or miss. I don't know, there were some games like that one where they were excellent, but there are other ones where it was just like pretty anemic. My big takeaway from playing this deck is I want a 3rd Bedlam Reveler. I feel like this deck just like blows its load very quickly and it just like wants a way to gas back up. So it's probably just like flip this Cryptic Serpent into another Bedlam Reveler. And honestly, I wouldn't mind fitting in like another copy of Chain Lightning or something like that, just having a little bit more reach. The Thunderous Wrath was good on more than one occasion, so that was kind of sweet. I've seen some of these decks play multiple Fireblasts as well. Yeah, I think you want more Price of Progress in the 75. I don't know if you necessarily want more main deck, but definitely in the 75, some amount more of Price of Progress would be reasonable. At any rate, I mean, it's midnight here. I've been going for almost 6 hours, and we had some more hours this morning, so I'm going to hit publish on a couple of my videos from earlier, and I'm going to get this one uploading and processing, but this one, we're playing 2 Bedlam Revelers, Phoenix. I would go up to a third. I would play a third Bedlam Reveler. Courage Creep. Just something to let you guess back up. I'll make this uploading and processing. This one probably won't publish till tomorrow morning if you didn't catch all of it, but I will. I'm planning to be back tomorrow night after the Mox coverage is done again. And I think we're going to play Modern tomorrow, but don't worry, we're going to be playing more Legacy the rest of this month as well. If you're a Legacy fan, I'm playing Legacy for my team in Cincinnati, so I'm going to be working on decks for that, and then I've got some things in the donation queue that we need to play through well at some point. So everybody have a good night, and thanks for hanging out, and shout out to my wonderful subscribers as always. Y'all are great, and you let me do this as often as I do, so peace, folks.